Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how you can double or triple your sales if you have a Shopify store. And that might be if you already have a store that is doing a couple of sales, or if you're just starting out and you just want to do it the right way, because there are some really quick and easy tweaks that you can do to really double or triple your sales, and also double or triple your revenue that comes with that, which then helps you to cover all the ad costs, which can turn a shop that is now not profitable into a shop that actually makes money. So they are just really simple tweaks that you can do. It's really quick, and I just want to, for anyone who doesn't know who I am, my name is Nils Older. I've been in China now for 7 years, and we run a little sourcing company here. But we also help people set up e-commerce stores from scratch and make money within 6 weeks. And since we introduced what I'm going to show you to the people in my coaching programs and higher level paid programs and stuff, since we introduced that, everyone's been crazy for what I'm going to show you today. So make sure you stick until the end, because I'm going to explain you all of that, and you should definitely invest your 10 minutes here, because this is so important. It can help you a lot. So okay, so I just picked a random Shopify store. We're just on the home page, and the very first mistake that I see here, this is the home page and I can't buy anything. You know, it shows you one bag, and you know, it shows you something to subscribe with your email address, which pretty much no one ever does. Like, no one ever subscribes to your newsletter unless you bribe them in, unless you give them something in return for that. So, but if we head over to, let's head over to the shop. Okay, so they say free shipping for orders above $40, which is cool, and that's an incentive you definitely want to look at. Now, if I want to buy something, you have all of these options. Let's just go to shop. Let's go to all items, and let's just look through kind of what they have. Okay, and I'm just going to show you that based on an example. There's one thing the shop already makes or does a little bit better. So let's say we want to have this small waxed canvas clutch, whatever that is, whatever that means, I have no idea. But let's just pretend we buy that. Okay, so we're on the product page. It's a standard thing, right? We have a little description here. We have an add to cart. We can choose the color. We've got a couple of pictures, which is cool. And then you press add to cart. Now, when you add it to cart, what they do well here already is that they directly get you to the checkout. A lot of shops, you add it to the cart, and then they just add it, and you automatically continue shopping. And this is horrible. You think it might make sense, right? Because you want the person to buy more. The fact is, though, that people are so distracted nowadays. The fact is that people's attention span is so short. In fact, it is shorter than the one of a goldfish. And this just happens because you get so many notifications and so many things happening, and your kids scream in the background, and there's so much stuff going on that every step you add to your checkout process, some people are going to drop off, some people are going to drop out, and some people are not going to continue. And once you send them to continue shopping, that's actually a confusing step for them. And when they continue, they might not even remember that they put the first thing in the cart initially. So this is one thing that they do well here already, okay? So now we are on this page, and it says, okay, checkout. So now you have 3 options. You can just check out with PayPal, you have some other shopping thing, or you can say checkout. Now let's go with the traditional checkout options, okay? The traditional checkout option, then what you have here is you have your card, you have your information, then you need to put the shipping information, and then the payment information. So you have 4 steps here: card, information, shipping, and payment. So you got your contact information, you got your shipping address, and you continue to shipping. I'm not going to go through all of that and bore you with that, but it's all these steps: card, information, shipping, payment, and then you buy, and then thank you for your order, right? So let me kind of draw up how they do it, and then I'll show you the way that with the same setup, with just the same shop, same products, same everything, you can double or triple your revenue. Okay, so let me just draw that up real quick and show you guys. So basically what we just saw is you have the home page of the shop, right? And then from the home page, you choose a product. So you go, or you go to the shop page, right? So you have the home page, and then you have your shop page. On the shop page, you have all these products. And then we picked one of these products. So we said, okay, we want to have this one product here, right? And then we went to the product page. So on the product page, we had the product, we have an we have a checkout button, we have some description, right? That's how it works. So we press this button here that said add to cart. Then it went to the checkout page. And in this case, it directly went to the checkout page. It's cool. Oftentimes, it just goes to the cart and then, asks you to continue shopping, etc., etc. Anyway, here you have the cart. Then you have the checkout page, and on the checkout page, very first, you have the info, then you have the shipping, and then you have the payment, right? So you have all of these steps that you send your potential buyers through. The problem is that on each of these steps, some people drop out. Okay, so you can imagine that you have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps, right? So now imagine that you can look at it like a funnel, right? So let's say it looks like this, right? You have this funnel. So you have all of these 7 steps in here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and at each step, some people drop out. So if you put 100 people in here, usually what happens on Shopify is that only one person drops out in the end here, and that person that drops out in the end, they give you money, right? And obviously that is a cool thing. That's what we all want, right? But what if you would reduce these steps? What if you would, instead of all of these 7 steps, what if you only had 2 or 3, right? And this is now where magic happens. This is now where usually people drop off. Now we can, with a simplified version, now we can just catch many more people in the funnel, because instead of 1 person in the end, we get 5 people in the end. So we get 5 people to make you money, and that already increases your revenue. Okay, so let me draw up how that looks like, and how we do it, and how we teach it to our students, and how they turned around shops that didn't work and made them profitable. So we do the same thing. We send an ad directly to the product page. So we don't go to the home, we don't go to the shop, we send them directly to one single product page, our best-selling product, the product that flies off the shelf, the product that we know most people really want. Later, we send them back to the shop and all of that stuff, but that doesn't even matter for now. For now, you just want to make your money back on your ads, you want to turn over a profit, and you want to do that as quick as possible. So what we do is we send people to the product page. So we might have the same. We have a button here, we have a description, and on the product page, what this button does though is it collects an email address. So we have the same incentive that you saw on the phone screen, the same incentive that says, hey, get your free shipping or get whatever. But in our case, you need to book it. So when people hit the button, a pop-up opens on the page, and then the pop-up says, hey, type in your email and reserve your discount, or reserve your free shipping, or book whatever, right? Then we go to the next page, and on the next page, we do all of the things that you saw in all of these different steps. So first we have the info, right? So we have the personal info. Then we have the shipping. And it's all on one page, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. And in fact, I'm going to give you the whole template for this for free in the end of this video. So make sure you stick around to the end, because I have a link for you where you can get this template and just plug in your product pictures and plug in your description, and then you're just good to go, okay? The other thing that we do in here is the payment information. But before we go to the payment, so let's see, this is the payment. Before we go to the payment though, we give the person some more options, because we actually really like money. I'm not sure how that works with you, but I really do like money. So instead of this one purse that we have, we say, hey, look, you can get that one purse that you wanted, and it's, I don't know what it was, $30, right? So you can get either one purse for $30, but we give you more options. Hey, if you buy 2 of these purses, maybe you have different colors. If you buy one in red, one in green, and not that I'm like a purse expert, obviously I have no idea, right? But then you give them a discount. You say, okay, you get it for $55. Or if you order 4, so you can give one to your mom, and one to your friend, and one to your sister, and one to your brother. I don't know. I don't know your brother. So, but anything is possible. And you just give them another discount. So people see, okay, 1 bag is $30. So 4 bags are supposed to be $120, right? So you just do $100. And you say, hey, here is your $100 option. And we give them some sort of incentive. So first of all, they get a discount, and then we incentivize them. Do it as a gift, buy a second one, have one for each occasion. I don't know, it doesn't even matter, right? Then we have the payment option where people type in their credit card information. They type it in, you have your number, you have your security code and expiration date, whatever. And then before we go to the button here, this button says, okay, now check out, now pay. Before we go, we have this little checkbox here. And in the real world, wherever you go, people offer you something else. You go fill up your car, And at the gas station, they say, hey, how would you like to have coffee? You go to a restaurant and you have a beer. Well, how would you like to have some peanuts with it? Right? There's always something in the real world where people say, okay, this is what you got. This would fit perfectly to that. So for example, online, I would sell these marker pens. And if people buy the marker pens, a no-brainer is to get the sponge as well. Hey, if you get the pens, check this little box and add a sponge to this. Now for the bag, like I say, I'm not a bag person. I obviously have no idea what that could be. But if you're a girl or woman who watches this, you will know what to put there, right? So there's just some incentive, some extra thing, some no-brainer offer. I also call it the free money because it's just a little checkbox and we get a lot of people to actually check that and add another thing. So here we could make another $15, another $20, another something on your order. But you see how this process alone increases your revenue, increases the money. Because here you only have 2 steps, right? There are a few bonuses with that are not obvious, that will grow your brand further in the future. And I'm going to get there a little bit later in this video. But then what we do here, and I'm not going to touch on that too much, but then what we do is after the person checked out, we do the same that the restaurant did. You got your beer, you got your peanuts. Hey, how would you also like to have some food? Or how would you like to have more beer? So we have more bags or different variations or something else. So we say, hey, we have this cool promotion here. Usually it's $70, but you can buy something here for $50. And on the next page we say, hey, how would you also like to have whatever it is? Like in the restaurant, it would be a bottle of wine, or it would be the meal, or it would be, I don't know, dessert, right? Whatever that is. And we offer maybe $100 option. And then we do this 2 or 3 times. Maybe here we do a $20, it doesn't matter. But each of these pages only has a button on it that says, yes, I want this, or has a link that says, no, I don't want this. Now, if people press the button and they say, yes, I want this, then their credit card is charged immediately. Obviously, you want to make that clear. You don't want to say, click here to go to the next page, and then that button charges people. Like, we don't want to do shady things here, right? But we put a button on the page that says, hey, click here and add this to your order. Now, the person already gave us money here. They finished their order, right? So the order is complete. You have the money in the account. But because we have their data, if they press the button on the next page, boom, their cards get charged. If they press the button on the page after, boom, their card gets charged. Okay. Obviously, like I say, you need to make that in a way that it's ethical, right? You don't want to trick people into anything. That's just gonna result in refunds and your merchant account being blocked and all that kind of stuff. So this is the process that doubles and triples the sales initially. And that's what makes it really, really, really profitable. I'm going to show you the template that we use for that in just a minute. And like I say, in the end of the video, I give you that. There's just one more bonus thing I want to add here. On the Shopify store, if 100 people go to your store, 1 person buys, you have 1 person give you money and 1 email address from that 1 person, right? Now here, because we collect the email addresses first, we get 50 to 70% of people that leave their email address. Now, with all those email addresses, all the people that didn't buy, now we can send them automated messages, and these automated messages sell them more stuff. Now, these automated messages, they send people to the shop. They send people to one of the other offers. If people bought already, then these messages, when they send people to the shop, now the person knows your quality, they know that you're legit, they don't have trust issues anymore, and when they go to your shop, now they can shop around. If they don't buy anything, it doesn't even matter, because you can continue to follow up with them and sell them again. So let me show you the template real quick, and let me just show you how easy that is really when we put this out. So guys, here is an example, right? And I used to be a carpenter. When I was in Germany, I used to be a carpenter, woodworking, I used to build furniture, and it's still my passion. I still love that. It just didn't pay very well, so now what I do is I sell carpenter tools or tools for woodworking. And this is not the complete thing, this is just the template that you can get as well, okay? So what we have here is just gives an incentive. So we give a thing away for free. It doesn't have to be free. It could be a free plus shipping, could be whatever, it doesn't matter. So I offer this little plastic tool which you can use to cut out these lovely little dovetails, right? And it's just like I show you on the table. Or it's just like I show you on the drawing. You hit the button, you say, yes, I want to book this. And when you book it, you put in an email address, you say next, And then you will get to the checkout page. Directly on the checkout page, as you see, it's just a template. You can plug in your own stuff. It says, hey, where should we ship it? There's a little bit of copy on the page. And then you have everything in one. You got the contact information, you got your shipping information, you got your selection. And then in this selection, now there are no products in here, but you can put products in. You can say, 1 item is this price, 2 items is that, 4 items, 8 items, 16, 32, 64, however you want to do, right? So that people have this on one, they can see it in one space. You don't want to have people getting the idea themselves of saying, okay, well, I got one, let me go back to the shop and let me see if I can get a discount if I buy more. No one's thinking like that. But if they see the option, some people will always take it. In fact, we only have 20% of people that buy the first option that they came for, and the majority of people buys more than just one piece, okay? You put in your credit card information, and then you have this little checkbox here, you see? And this little checkbox says, hey, here's a one-time offer, you can now add whatever products fit with that. For me, it's like a marking knife, a little knife. Anyway, it's just a little tool. And then you say, yes, check out, send me my thing, take my money, right? Then on the next page, we make them a special offer. So we say, hey, wait, your order is not yet complete. Their order actually is complete, but just not the whole thing. Their first order is complete, you got the money in the account, their card is charged, you hold their money, okay? But now on the next page, it says, hey, look, your order is not yet complete. You can get 4 more of these things, or you can get something else. In this case, we just put a picture here from our light bulbs that we sell, but it doesn't matter. It could be anything that makes sense. And then you have the button that says, no, thank you, I don't want this. Or you have the button that says, yes, I want this, instantly add this to my order and save. So your card will be charged, right? After this, no matter what the person says, they say, yes, we want to do that, or no, we don't want to do that. We have another of these steps, and then we have another of these steps. So eventually we come to something like this, where we can sell a more expensive product. And it's still the same thing. You have a little bit of page copy, you have a couple of pictures, you don't need to go overboard. In fact, going overboard with it and giving too many information is distracting. You want to keep it to the point, simple, quick, and easy. And here the same situation. Yes, I want to upgrade and I want to add this $120 product, or no, I don't want to take this, don't give me the discount. And you can always put a little of fun in there, right? So if you sell like a pet thing, let's say you sell a cat, something for cats, right? And you're on the upsell, you can say, no thank you, my cat is already spoiled enough, I don't really love him that much, so let's just get on with it. You can just put some sort of humor in there, some sort of to not make it so heavy, to make it a little bit lighter, to give the person a little bit of an easier impression, or the impression that, you know, it's actually a fun thing, or haha, that was a joke, now maybe I buy it, you know. This is the process really. And if you have an existing Shopify store, you can switch that up. If you have a store that works, you can just take the exact layout that works, plug it in the software that we use, which is ClickFunnels, just copy your own layout, but simplify the checkout process where you don't have 7 steps. If you don't want to collect email addresses up front, that's fine. Just use what you already have and then switch it up from all these steps, like here, enter your information here, add it to the cart, go to the checkout, your personal information, your shipping information, your payment information. Just simplify that and put this all on one page, and you're going to double your sales. Now, if you want to triple your sales, or if you want to triple or quadruple your revenue, then you also add all the other things there. Then you add the upsell pages. Then you add the little checkbox. Then you add the option for people to collect multiples. That is where you then go crazy. Okay, but if you just want to double it, just making it simple is already going to help. I see so many Shopify stores that have this complicated setup and they lose sales because it doesn't work. Like there's a glitch, the next button doesn't work, or something doesn't work, and people give up on it and say, well, my product doesn't work. It's the wrong product, it's not a winning product, when in fact it's just the shop that has a little issue. And because there's so many parts to that, it's so difficult to actually control that and see why is it not working, right? So that's my take for today. If you want to get the template, here's a link for you. We're just going to put that here somewhere on the screen. There's a link for you. You can just click on that link and then add this template to your ClickFunnels account. If you don't have an account yet, you can sign up to a 2-week free trial. Just plug in all your pictures and numbers, send your existing traffic there, and you can pay for the ClickFunnels account with the additional sales that you make. If you don't make any sales, well, you just cancel the trial, and there you go. That's it. I hope that helped you. It is so effective. All of the students that we have in the program, if they switch it up to that, we double the sales. Okay, so this is what I want you to take away from this. Let me know in the comments how did you like it? Do you see any issues with that? Do you think the Shopify store will convert better? Do you think that this one will convert better? Let me know your questions in the comments here below, and I'll talk to you there. One more thing, if you want to learn all of this in depth, now you have the template, but the template is useless if you don't know how to use it, right? So now that you got the template, there's a free web class here below that you can just check out here. And that web class gets you the knowledge, the exact steps, and the psychology behind how to use the system right. It's a free class. It's only going to take an hour of your time. And all you have to do is hit the little link here in the description, head over there, sign up, watch the class. Boom, there you go. And you got the template already for free. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and I'll catch you in the next video we're going to be putting out tomorrow. So make sure that you subscribe and put on the little bell so you do not miss when that comes out, because we're going to drop some more of those golden nuggets this week. And I'll catch you then. Cheers.